Hey, what's up? Welcome to my weekly pregnancy journal series. Today I'm going to be talking all about week 16 of my second pregnancy. Week 16 was a little bit of a doozy, so I'm definitely excited to share some of what happened this week with you guys. Before we start, I'm going to dive into the updates on baby and how baby is progressing. Please don't mind my wet hair. Viv is down for a nap, I took a shower, and I decided I could either film my update with whatever time I had left or I could blow dry and do something to my hair, and I decided I would rather film my update. So don't mind my nice wet freshly showered hair. As far as development goes for week 16, fat is beginning to form on baby, which is really exciting. Their skin is still very see-through and you can see a lot of the veins, but they're finally starting to develop some fat. Baby can now start to taste some differences in flavors, which is kind of cool. So what I'm eating, baby can now sort of taste all the differences between the things that I eat. Although what I eat is pretty bland anyways, so not a whole lot of flavor. As of right now, baby is the same size as the placenta and is pumping 25 quarts of blood a day. Meconium is starting to form in baby's bowel, but won't come out until after baby is born, hopefully. Right now, baby is big enough to fit in the palm of my hand, which is crazy, and is about the size of an orange. And I should be able to start feeling movements around now. I will say I haven't felt any movements yet, but I didn't feel movement with my daughter until after 20 weeks, and we found out that I actually had an anterior placenta, which means that the placenta is in the front, so it kind of muffled a lot of her movements early on before she got bigger. I don't know if that's the same case with this baby, but I definitely haven't really felt any of the flutters or movement yet, but I'm sure that as baby grows, I will feel plenty of movement. So that is about it as far as updates for baby goes, and now how my week 16 went. So this week started out pretty uneventful, but as you can hear, it sounds like I'm coming over or getting over a cold. The week started out pretty normal. I had worked the weekend and then I actually had all week off, which was super nice, and I was really excited. I had all kinds of plans and things that we were going to do for the week, and starting with Sunday, which we did get to kind of do what we had planned on Sunday. And so we went and did cookie baking at my in-laws house with Viv, and it was super fun. She got to participate this year. She wasn't interested for very long, but she did decorate some cookies and she helped mom pour some ingredients into a bowl to make cookies and stuff. So that was really fun and a really good time. So that happened on Sunday, and then Monday was just like a normal day. Wouldn't think anything different. And Monday night, Viv did not sleep, like all night long. She was just up, and Trevor and I were just taking turns going in and comforting her, and it was really dark in there. And at one point I did take a temperature and she didn't have a temperature, and I gave her some Tylenol just because I was like, I don't know what else to do. You're just so restless and it seemed so uncomfortable. And initially I was a little worried that maybe she had like an ear infection or something that was brewing. And in the morning when I went and got her out of bed, she sat up and she sneezed and just snot just came right out of her nose. And then the whole entire day she was just miserable with snot pouring out and just grumpy because she didn't sleep, and it was just a really rough day on Tuesday. About halfway through the day, Trevor got a text from some friends that he went to see on Saturday, and he went with Viv, and they said that they were having some symptoms and they were actually going to get COVID tested. So of course we were all concerned that maybe Viv had COVID and was going to spread it to me and Trevor. I am primarily with Viv like all the time, so I knew that whatever it was that she had, I was likely going to get, and without a doubt on Wednesday morning, well no, it was like Wednesday night. Wednesday night I kind of started having a sore throat and felt some congestion kind of brewing, and by the time I woke up on Thursday, I was not feeling great either. So we found out on Thursday that the friends that went to get COVID tested actually were positive for COVID. So Viv and I went on Thursday to get tested since we both had cold-like symptoms. My symptoms were really just like runny nose and congestion and a little bit of a sore throat. Initially, I really thought, I was like, this feels like just the normal course of a cold. Like, I feel like there's no way that this could be COVID. But when they told us that they were COVID positive, I was like, we have to go and get checked out, because I was supposed to work this weekend and I needed to make sure that I wasn't, if I was going to go to work, that I wasn't going to be exposing my patients to COVID or exposing anybody to COVID. And with Christmas coming up this next week, it just felt like we needed to go and make sure that that's not what was going on and that this was just a head cold. We went and got tested on Thursday, and actually by like 11 p.m., I think we went at like 4 in the afternoon, and by 11 p.m. that night we both had our results back. Thank God we were both COVID negative. But then Thursday night, Trevor started kind of showing some symptoms, and then Friday morning we had talked about how we felt like, even though Viv and I were both negative, since he was exposed on Saturday, he should also go and get tested just to be sure that his symptoms are the same as what we have and that he doesn't have COVID either. So he went and got tested on Friday. His test results came back on Saturday and he was negative as well. So we were all just experiencing a terrible head cold, which happens at this time of year. It's totally normal, but because of everything going on with COVID, obviously it's kind of a scary situation. And so we all got tested, we were all negative, and we're all kind of on the mend now. We're feeling a lot better. I feel like the worst of it was really on Friday. Trevor and I were sitting on the couch with a box of tissues in between the two of us and just blowing our noses like crazy. And then we had Dave and Ava on the TV for Viv, and that was kind of our day. I feel like we are definitely doing a lot better. We're all sleeping better. Everybody seems to be feeling better. That was kind of my excitement for week 16. From a pregnancy standpoint, there was not a whole lot that went on this week. I felt pretty good outside of obviously the cold. I was a little bit more tired, but I feel like because my body was just trying to like rest and recover, it was totally normal to feel a little bit more tired. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot else to update you guys on. This next week, I have a doctor's appointment, a virtual visit with my OB on Tuesday, so I plan to discuss with her what her thoughts are on getting the COVID vaccine. Since I am a healthcare worker and I do have the potential to be exposed, the vaccine is now out and it is being distributed at our hospital, and I need to decide whether or not I feel like I should get it as a pregnant person, since it was not tested on any pregnant women in the clinical trial. So I plan to have a conversation with my OB and discuss the risks and the benefits and decide what is the best decision for me, and then we will figure that out together. So that is a conversation we are going to have on Tuesday with our virtual visit. And other than that, next week is Christmas, so I'm really looking forward to that. But that pretty much wraps up my week 16 update. Like I said, not a whole lot happened. I spent the week mostly sick. Other than the nerve-wracking COVID test, that was pretty much the whole week. I'm gonna give you guys a quick update on how my week 16 bump is progressing. Here is a quick look at my week 16, beginning of week 17 baby bump. Here is the progression. I feel like there's definitely a baby in there. So that's kind of
where we're at with that.
So that is how my bump is progressing. I will make sure to link all of the previous week's videos in the description box below if you are interested in checking them out. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next week's video. Bye.